Welcome back to Web API Tutorials. I'm Venkat. In the previous video, we have created common repository pattern and we have used that in student controller. In this video, let us extend this common repository pattern to implement the table specific functionality. This is the common repository pattern we have built in the previous video. Using this common repository, we were doing the database operations in our Web API application. So what is this common repository? So inside this common repository, we have created some common functionalities like getting all the records from table, getting one record by ID, or getting one record by student name, or getting one record by any kind of filter, and creating a record and updating a record and also deleting a record. Okay, these are all the common functionalities we have implemented inside this common repository. So we can say these are the CRUD operations. So these are the CRUD operations we have implemented inside the common repository. Suppose if you want to read the data from student table, get all the students whose payment or fees payment status is pending. So if you want to get all the students whose payment or fees status is pending, so that is a student specific functionality. Okay, if we want to put that inside the common repository, we cannot put because a student specific or one table specific functionality we cannot put inside the common repository. For that, we can create the table level repository or functionality level repository. Like for student table, we can create student repository. So if there is any common functionality, we can put that inside this student repository. And if we consume that, we will be having access to only that particular function. Only single method we have added inside this student repository, right? Now we want to use the common repository also. So if you want to get all the students, you cannot put that code inside the student repository. It will be duplicate because that code is already written inside the common repository. If we write that common functionality again in student repository, that will become a duplicate repository. For that, we will inherit the common repository inside the student repository so that we can have the common functionality and also the student specific functionality, right? Okay, one more scenario. Let us take attendance table. So for attendance table, if you want to build an attendance repository, if you directly wants to call the database without inheriting the common repository. So what happens in this case? Let us see. So this common repository has CRUD operations, right? So not only CRUD operations, inside this common repository, you can also put stored procedure execution and all. We are going to add that in future. So for now, we have implemented CRUD operations inside this common repository. In the student repository, we have implemented one method, right? So in our common repository, get all, get student by ID, get student by name, and create, update, update partial, and delete. So we have almost created 7 methods here, 7 methods. Okay. So if you inherit this common repository inside this student repository, so 7 plus 1 total, we can have 8 methods. We can able to consume 8 methods from this student repository. One method is implemented inside student repository and 7 methods inherited from common repository. Okay, so total 8 methods we have. We can consume all those 8 methods inside a student repo consumers. Okay, in case of this attendance repository, so we are not inheriting the common repository inside attendance repository. So here, if you want to do the CRUD operations for attendance table, we need to write CRUD operations again. Okay, so CRUD operations again and also the attendance specific functionality. So in this case, so we have already implemented the CRUD operations inside common repository, and you are duplicating here, right? So whatever is already there in your web API application, you are duplicating that again inside the attendance repository. If you want to do this for all the other tables, that's not a good idea. Okay, so inherit this, treat this as a base class, treat the common repository as a base class, and wherever you want common functionality, you put that common functionality inside the a table specific repository and inherit this into your specific repository, so that you are reusing the code, common code, and you are implementing the table specific functionality inside your table specific repository. Okay, so this is the correct way of using it. So this is the correct way, and this one also correct way. If there is no table specific functionality, you can directly consume the common repository. Okay, if you want to write everything inside your table specific functionality, that's not a good idea. Okay, follow these two scenarios. Follow these two scenarios. Don't implement this one. Okay, so this is how we can extend the common repository or base class of the repository inside the table specific repository. Okay, so let's implement this in the next video. For more videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment box. Thank you for watching.